Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is VassaOlga. In today's video, we're going to be recreating this beautiful smoky eye makeup look. If you're interested, stay tuned because we're going to be recreating this together. I really love the final result. Let's jump right into the video. We're getting started with the Fenty Beauty Concealer. This one is going to be really close to my lash line, and I'll go with a flat brush. Let me pick on a little bit of the product. I didn't use any primer because this one is a concealer. That is the main reason why it's going to work the same way as a primer. Don't forget to use some fluffy brushes or small brushes in general when you're working with some very precise shapes and specifically smoky eye looks. That is the main reason why I'm going over this concealer, trying to blend this out. I try to keep it lower than the actual crease. You can wing this out a little bit in the outer corner, create a V shape or a round shape depending on your preferences and eye shape in general. And then I'm gonna go with the same flat brush that I used to get the product on and make sure that I have more or less sharp line in the outer corner. I'm gonna be going with probably this color. It's really similar to the shade we used over the lid, and let me set the lid with some eyeshadows, and you can tell that I'm doing patting motions. I'm getting the color on first and then going over the shape and then add some twist to the smoky look. I will go with probably a little bit of this beige color, and on top of it all I'm going to use the lightest hand and a little bit of this color, just a mix of probably both. I want to create this beautiful dimension from brown to very soft pink. I'm using a fluffy brush. Let's go over my crease, and I'm doing a back and forth motion. But you can absolutely skip this step and keep it beige. But I mean, there's so many different smoky eye makeup looks over internet that you can choose from. I wanted to do something different. Okay, I'm gonna be adding a little bit more color with any leftovers from the brush when I used brown. And in between of this all, you can go with very soft colors such as this one and tap it off, go in between. That's it. If you struggle to keep the shape really sharp, you can always go back to the same flat brush and just create a shape that you need. I'm going to be going with the same combination of colors, pink and a little bit of beige, going back with the color on top. I need my black eyeliner, and the reason I'm not using black pencil because sometimes it can leave some stains and it can leave a lot of black marks on top. I'm going to get started with the line in the center of my lid, because if you start from the wing in the outer corner, most of the time it might be pretty challenging because you don't really see guideline or whatever. This is actually your guideline, and this is your way to see how far it's going to be, how thick it's going to be while it's drying. I'm going to start one of my favorite things, like a little bit of glam. I need a tiny brush, probably this shade. It's really pretty purple color, and my brush is a little bit wet. You can use any moisture from your beauty blender, squeeze it, and you're good to go. Or you can use towel paper. You can even wet it with water. I want to add a little bit of sparkle. Last but not least step is to mix it all together, blend everything out. Let's do a combination of black color with a little bit of this dark brown. Eyeliner is a great base. It's a guideline. Smoke that out. I'm going with the same brush that I used and the same brown color. And right on top of the black, I'm going with the brown. Some brown eyeliner or eye pencil over the waterline. A little bit of the same concealer. Flat brush. I don't really use much. Small amount of this product. Blend again with a brush. And really close to the waterline, I'm going with the same brush and adding more black. I'm gonna blend out again. This is it. This is your look. It's smoky, it's black. If you don't want to use black, you can always lift the look with browns. Now what I'm gonna do is to go to corrector palette, the one that I use a lot. And I want to add a little bit of this Pro Concealer. This is color chocolate. And I want to add a little bit in the center. This is not as brown as probably should be, but this is the perfect shade to warm up complexion. I'm going to use my beauty blender, get a little bit of it, and go on top of my face to make sure that it looks really bronze and warm. To the same corrector, I'm going to add a little bit of the bright pink Karl Lagerfeld lipstick. Mix it again together, and we're getting a little bit different color. This is kind of warm pink color, and I'm going on top just to make sure that it's warm enough. It's not crazy. Let me know your thoughts. Will you recreate it? Maybe you don't really like pink. Probably you can add some other colors. It's totally optional. You can avoid any color and use beige on top. That is it. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think? And I'll see you guys next time.